All we actually have to do is begin. Just begin with that step, and then the next step will unfold, and then the next step will unfold. And actually, that end goal, it might even shift and change, but tapping into that power of the desire of it, that creates this life force that then we can use as rocket fuel for the next step and as rocket fuel for our higher purpose, like knowing that's what I'm here to do. Like, I am here to connect with people, to inspire people, to support people, to raise our consciousness together, but we have to do that together. And I find a balance between solitude and connection. And it's a balance that I find really hard. Like, a lot of people who know me know that I've transitioned into a much slower pace of life. I was always very much a social butterfly, always giving my time up to constantly anybody, everybody, all the time. And that's changed. It's changed a lot. And I suppose that comes with some level of maturity in terms of conserving my energy, knowing where I'm putting my energy and why, and how I'm cultivating my energy within me so that then I can magnetize and I can radiate the good stuff. I've built up that energy level within me so then I can serve my purpose in the world and dive into the unknown. Like, often I push myself, I do, to an edge, to the edge of the comfort zone. I don't want to be in any level of mediocrity. I don't want to be in my comfort corner. I do. Secretly, I do. That is where I want to be. But I'm not growing. I'm not expanding. I'm not serving my purpose if I am not exploring the edges of the mystery and pushing into the unknown and going into these unknown places. My soul is not expanding. My consciousness is not expanding. My awareness is not growing of myself and of the world around me. So by pushing these comfort zones, that's where that happens, and taking some stillness in those edges, perhaps pausing in the threshold of discomfort, then that's where the rewards come. There's such rewards and so much magic that then just comes. The synchronicity comes, the flow comes, the focus comes. It just all comes from that knowing, that trusting, and exploring the edges, the unknown. Life is unknown. What is next is unknown. And sitting in my comfort corner, I love it there because I know it is safe. But pushing into the unknown, exploring the unknown, now that can become excitement. That can become anticipation for great things. And yeah, it's scary. And that can also become anxiety. But then that is then about this level of self-awareness where we can take that anxiety and talk our way through it. We can parent ourselves. As I have to say to my inner child, come on, it's okay. Let's do something familiar then, maybe. When I'm in a foreign country and I'm feeling miles away from home and I get that familiar longing feeling of needing to connect and feeling lonely, perhaps I do need to dip into some comfort food. Perhaps I do need to journal it out or listen to some familiar music or dance or do something that grounds me and brings me back to my center. Then the unknown feels more like possibility and potential. It doesn't feel like such a scary place. Because it's not. It doesn't have to be. Well, it is, but it doesn't have to be. And so my next personal journey is to explore more of the world and the unknown in the physical. is to take myself off to the Far East very shortly. And literally, I don't know. I'm landing in Goa because I want to explore some of India. And I've always wanted to go to Thailand and Cambodia. I mean, there's so many parts of the world that I've always wanted to go to one day. And when is one day? When is one day? When I feel comfortable? When I feel ready? Not really. When I've got enough money? When I've got enough courage? When I've trained enough? My story was that I needed to produce X amount of passive income so that I could have the lifestyle, so that I could then afford to go traveling. When actually I can make it happen. We can make things happen. I know that I can make things happen. I have crafted a lifestyle where I can work online. And in actual fact, I can do that now. All I had to do was book a flight. And the rest is falling into place. The rest is falling into place. There's a desire within me to do this, and a desire within me to do it for the greater good, to connect with other people like me in other parts of the world, to find out how other cultures live, to immerse myself in that for a while and really get expanded in this. Because then when I'm lit up and I'm doing this exploring, then I know I can get shiny and I can share that with other people around me. And that's infectious and it's inspiring, and I receive that from others daily. And so to feed that back into the collective field, I'm on dharma with that. I know I am. And connecting with other people who are on this big game and on this path with me. I mean, that's where some real magic can happen, and we really do change the world for the better. We really do influence other people in a positive way. So I'm diving into the unknown on the physical, on every level, really. And I will be heading to India, and I don't know where after that. I don't know what is next, but I do know that my bigger purpose is being served by this. I do know that by answering the calling for adventure, freedom, new places, new things, opening up, expanding, yes, pushing into these discomfort zones is necessary for my soul growth, and my soul and higher self is jumping up and down with excitement right now, and so is my inner child. For the majority of the time, there's a lot of fear. There is still a lot of fear. I mean, doing a solo trip, there's always some trepidation around doing solo trips, but I could wait for one day. For how long? I could wait for the perfect travel buddy. For how long? Why wait? I'm going to meet amazing people when I travel, and I always do. And I have faith in people, and I have faith in that. And I have faith in myself that I'm not going to let myself down, and that I am going to be brave, and I'm going to talk to new people, and I am going to be brave, and I'm going to go to new places. I've done it before. I got into a comfort zone again in the winter because I needed to go within. I needed to go through that process. Had this beautiful opportunity to be out and about in Frida, the van, and go to festivals and have an amazing summer in the UK, which has just been so gorgeous. And also very, 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 very privileged to have built a business now that is solely online and that I can literally do anywhere. And I love what I do so much, working with amazing people. I just love it. I love seeing others when they're in their authority, and I'm seeing others in their power, and I'm supporting that with them. You know what it's like when you're cheerleading the most amazing people and seeing them blossom and flourish. And yeah, that's totally my bag. I absolutely love it, and it's reciprocal for us, because I flourish through that as well. So yeah, I'm really excited for the next chapter. I'm anticipating amazing things, and also, yeah, there's fear. Fear is part of the spectrum anyway. Like, we have this whole spectrum of emotions to go through as humans, and we just have to go through them. We have to. There's no avoiding it. There's no getting around it. There's no amount of meditating or doing the courses or doing the workshops. There's no amount of any of that that can resolve the human condition of a range of emotion. It's just being with it, and knowing that we do have this spectrum of emotion to go through, and not getting stuck in it, um so that, yeah, that's where I'm at. Is definitely not spiraling into the stories of, oh my god, it's a long way, I'm on my own, I haven't got my things, da 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 da, blah 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 blah. It could go on and on and on. What if, what if, what if, what if, what if everything works out? What if everything is conspiring in my favor, as it has been? What if things start evolving beyond my expectations? Things could just take a really bloody good twist and turn. Things could work out like really, really well. What if I start expecting a little bit more of that? Because I do. I do. I do expect to meet amazing people. I do expect to go to amazing places. Yeah, yeah, I do. And I don't hold on to the, oh, what if? I'm holding on to the, what if? Yeah, baby. What